obviously started very slow. Looked like it could have been really bad. But somehow or another, after they went up 20, we found a way through offense, defense, special teams to get 27 and take the lead, which is exciting to me as a coach to see that happen. And then really from that point on, Notre Dame pretty much took the game over, and we weren't able to get the job done really either side of the ball at that point. But absolutely proud of the effort of our young men. It's not easy to stem the tide like that and rally in a place like this. So there's a lot of good in that. So with that, I'll open it up.
For the start of the game, obviously went bad at the end of the Can you talk about the two situations, what you thought went wrong?
Yeah, we never really established the run much offensively. Defensively, they just kind of picked us apart a little bit. Short passes, intermediate, a little bit of run here, run there, just kind of worked their way down the field. High execution by them, and we didn't have any answers early on defense. I thought the stop to force the field goal that made it 20 was huge, because we know if the team's at 20, you're 3 scores from taking the lead. And we did get a touchdown on the board for the half, which was good. And then we onside kick, get it, just a beautiful job there, Carter especially. Not the best kick, but good enough. And I thought his patience to wait for it to go 10 was huge. A lot of guys might have just jumped on him too quick. Kick wasn't quite as we thought, but we saw film and felt like we had a shot at getting that thing. And then when you get that, that's when you got to score. It's when you got to put points on the board. We could have had within 6 points at halftime, which would have been huge. But we start the second half and we score on the first drive, which is great. Cut the lead down to 6, and before you know it, it's tied. Then we get the lead. But at the very end, we just didn't have enough answers defensively or offensively.
Coach, you look at where this team was about a month ago, 4-0, ranked top 10 in the country, 4 losses. Now, where do you go from here?
Go play Pitt.
How can you assess what happened in this 4-game losing streak?
But we didn't get it done, obviously. It's a team thing, offense, defense, special teams. Bottom line is we didn't get it done. Came close, 3 out of 4 came close, but close doesn't count. So we got to get better.
Coach, you kind of had a murderer's row of quarterbacks the last 4 weeks. How does Kaiser compare to that group?
They're all good players. There's a bunch of good quarterbacks around, and Kaiser certainly played well tonight.
Hey, Mark, what did they say in the Mark back right here? What did you guys say in the second in the halftime? You guys came out totally
right.
Different than the first half. Who stepped up in the locker room?
I think everybody was in a good place. The coaching staff did a good job of painting the picture of what could happen. Just fight. Let's see what happens. We didn't predict any grand comeback, but we knew if we would fight and we would execute, we'd have a chance to get back in this thing, which we did. And even more than that, quite frankly. But, you could look at a group of guys' eyes and see if they're going to sack their bats. That wasn't it. We lost 4 in a row, as you mentioned back there, but we haven't lost our fight, which is, there's a lot to be said for that. It's, people that, that aren't in the game itself. It's hard to turn it around when it starts like that. It's really hard to do, especially after you've lost 3. You can be looking around and saying, "Hey, man, I've had enough." But that's not what they did. So that part above everything is the thing that maybe the most proud of what happened tonight. And we all know it's about wins and losses, and we lost.
Mark, where do you think the big
Hey, Brad, talk about that last series. Just just lost the fumble on the ball line, or just what happened?
What's up?
Yeah, the last series, driving down, trying to get that tying field goal.
Yeah, we were moving the ball pretty well. They're giving us some easy hitches and easy checkdowns. We're getting close to field goal range. And then the last play, we just called kind of like a Hail Mary type play, just like not Hail Mary, but it's basically a deep play with a 30-yard dig route. But that just takes a lot of time to develop, and you got to sit on it and wait for them to get downfield. And they just made a play. I mean, I don't know really how many guys they brought, but it's just a play that they just got us on, and I just sit on and wait for it to develop. But yeah, just tough one.
The sideline pass to Braxton before. Did you think you got it off?
I don't. I mean, I never heard anything before the snap, so looked like we got it off and we were in field goal range. And I don't know. I mean, I didn't really get any whistle or anything before.
Brad, early in the third quarter, you guys had to call a timeout. Do you remember what that was for?
I can't really recall. I'm sorry.
Brad, that tail of 2 halves, I mean, for you guys, the first half was very difficult, until the end there. The second half, you guys really started coming alive. What happened at halftime, or what was the difference there? Scored so many points in a row.
See, first half, trying to think back to it. I don't know. I mean, the second half, we just I think everyone just let it cut loose in all positions. The O-line played a little bit better, I think, in the second half. We were able to run the ball a little bit better, and that opened things up for me. And just made good plays, and guys finally woke up. But yeah, we just cut it loose in the second half.
Was anything said at halftime?
What's up?
Was anything said at halftime to get you guys in the right mindset, or?
We just said this. I mean, this thing isn't over. It's not over, and there's no reason to quit now. It's not over. And we knew that the defense was going to have our back, and they were going to get some key stops, and they did. And we made it. I think we took the lead. Yeah.
Brian, I know you've talked a lot about just how this team doesn't quit, and as disappointed as you guys are right now, just to show that fight, to score 27 unanswered, what did that mean to you and the rest of the guys? And what does it say about this team?
I mean, we're a close bunch, and win or lose, we're going to stay together. And there's no finger pointing and anything like that. We just keep playing, even all the way down to that last play. Yeah. Hopefully, this thing turns out. Hopefully.
Last question. This loss, I mean, is this worse than the others, or what are you guys going through now inside? You're so close.
I wouldn't say it's worse than others. Every loss is a tough loss, because the objective is to win. You just gotta been taking a couple underneath the chin, but we wake up every Sunday, get right back to work.
Shaq, what was wrong in the first quarter?
We just started slow. We had to get the feel for the game, maybe the atmosphere, so we were just working through that.
Were they doing anything that was confusing that you guys hadn't prepared for? Or?
No, they didn't change much. It just changed much, just the atmosphere.
You guys had a chance to regroup at halftime. You guys seeing each other?
We had to figure it out. We had picked up on a couple of things. We had made halftime adjustments that would put us in better position. So when we came back out at halftime, we were focused. We were confident in our game plan. So it shows.
That fumble that Jamal kind of fell on and came out, we all thought, wow, Miami got the ball. Take us through that, and what's he talking about now too?
It was a tight end screen. He caught the ball. It looks like he's about to get in the end zone. Somebody flies, the ball's out. You see J-Rod, hop on the ball. You just see everybody surround him. As people were coming off, said it was Notre Dame ball.
Hey, Shaq, what do you guys got to do from here? Get this losing streak over with, and how you guys going to turn this thing around so you guys have a positive season?
We just have to get back to work. That's what we do. That's what we've been doing. Every loss we taking is tough, but we can't let that define us. So we wake up every Sunday. Tomorrow we'll be right back at the job. Working towards the standard.
Just to circle back, you said the atmosphere you think was a problem at the beginning of the game. What specifically do you think was creating problems for you guys with the atmosphere?
I mean, always traveling, you have to deal with the crowd, just the feel of not playing, at our own stadium. It's an adjustment. Sometimes we can make quick adjustments, and sometimes it may take a couple more series than we want.
Last question for Shaq.
Notre Dame offense presented to you guys through your assessment. What were some of the challenges Notre Dame's offense brought to you guys, just through your eyes?
Well, previously, before the teams they played before us, Notre Dame would have a good quarterback with a really strong arm, so they would air it out. But they came in this game, they were doing a lot of short passes, a lot of slants, a lot of hitches, So we had to adjust to that because we were expecting them to come in like they, previously had been doing, and gunslinging and slinging it downfield. Second half, we came back out. The halftime adjustments were great. We just had to work on finishing.
All right. Thank
Yeah. How are you guys doing? What was it like there when you guys were all together after the game in the locker room and stuff?
It was disappointing, but we just got to go back to work.
Where do you feel right now the mood of this team is? I mean, is this something you guys can put yourself up from? I know we keep asking you guys.
We have to. There's no choice. I mean, we got to play the next game this weekend. So, I mean, we have to in order to win the game. So, I mean, yeah, we have to.
Stacey, can you put in the words, what reason do you guys have to fight right now? Why do you need to fight right now? Why does this team need to battle right now?
Just for us. Just for us. We just gotta battle just for us. Just come out and execute more, and just stop shooting ourselves in the foot.
I mean, you're a senior. Is a bowl game and the quality of bowl game that you guys get important to you guys?
Right now, we're just not looking at a bowl game. We're just trying to win and just stay focused on the next game.
Well, a lot of teams probably down 20 points. It's going to be a long afternoon. You guys fought back. What do you think that says about your team?
It's just like I say, we just gotta execute more. I mean, once we execute, nobody can stop us. I feel like. So I mean, once we stop shooting ourselves in the foot, then everything goes our way. We make plays and put points on the board.
How are you shooting yourself in the foot?
Penalties, not making plays downfield. It's just majority penalties.
What was wrong in the first quarter? They jumped out on you guys 20-0. Offense and defense couldn't really get much done.
Oh yeah, we just started slow, I guess. Like I said, we just had to pick up the tempo once we step on the field for the offense. We just got to make plays.
Why do you think that it was a slow start?
I don't know.
You guys still have confidence on the last drive, even though there's only 30 seconds left, you can still get down and get a field goal?
Yeah, we always have confidence.
What do you have to do to turn this losing streak around, just to get it back on a positive?
Just go to work every day and just stay focused.
Thanks, everyone.
To be able to still mount that comeback that you guys were able to get back.
Brad is extremely tough. I'm very proud of him every day. I see him, progress, and I'm very proud that how he can work tougher, each and every week. He wants to win, so he risks his body to reach that goal.
What do you think it says about your team as a whole that you guys fought back from 20 down?
Just that we have heart. We don't give up. No matter what the score is, I'm saying we could have easily just folded our hands and be like, all right, next week. But we decided to dig it out, fight, give it all we got.
Who stepped up in the locker room at halftime to get everybody on the same page?
It was team. It was the whole team. I believe. I guess we got a mentality of we have to dominate. Defense. So we're doing a great job. Just holding them every. I believe they scored
20-7,
like 10 points in
the
third. Yeah, so they were ready to play, and offense obviously accepted as well. So we just a different mentality.
Is there anger inside the locker room over this?
It sucks losing. It's not fun. So there's anger, upsetness.
Is that stuff you can use going forward?
Yeah. So.
Is there any way to get past that without winning?
I don't understand the question.
To get past that anger? Will the anger not subside until you guys are able to win the game?
Anything else? Thanks, David.
Thanks, David.
With Her Best Friends Radio, Baltimore, Maryland. Hey, Brian, how you doing? Good, thanks. What are the positive things that you get out of this game last night? Evaluating it over the game that got over, you went home. What did you get? What the positive things did you get out of this game?
Well, I think you probably start on the defensive side of the ball. We had 12 tackles for a loss. That's the most in a single game since 2005. I think anytime that you sack the quarterback and I thought it was one of our more dominating performances with our front four in a long time, and that causes a lot of issues. So if your front four is going to play that way, it helps your pass rush. It helps obviously in pass coverage. I thought that was probably a real big positive to take away. And then I think offensively, mustering 10 points after giving up 27 consecutive points, that was the bounce back we were looking for.
And talking about the second half, you guys were up 20-7, and Miami came out right away and scored a field goal and a touchdown and took over the third quarter. How did you guys get the team to regroup for the fourth quarter? Because you guys were behind until probably the 7-minute mark, and then you guys get that big run.
Well, we had been in this situation before where we needed a play, and our guys knew that this is what needed to happen, that they had to find a way to win. And so there was a resolve there that this was probably going to be the case, that it was going to come down in the fourth quarter, and they were prepared for it and made it happen.
And one last question for me. I heard Navy somehow got a passing game. So what do you guys got to do next week to get ready for probably a Navy team that could run and pass at the same time?
Well, they're a formidable opponent. They always have been. Certainly, it's a run-first offense, and we've got to be able to defend a very, very good, talented football team. And we know the challenges there that are going to be in front of us. So it'll be a big challenge for our football team, but one that we're looking forward to.
Thanks, Brian. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Dabo. There. Can you hear me? Yeah, go ahead. Hey, talk about is there other players last night were special in the primetime game that you didn't mention? Like anybody else stood out that you were very impressed by their how they played?
I didn't. What did he say? What was the question?
What are some other players that stood out for you last night? You mean offense or defense? Both sides of the ball. Okay. Both sides.
Oh well, I thought Gallman played tremendous. Probably had his best grade. Obviously, Leggett played well. I thought the receivers were really throwing and catching the ball very well. We did have a couple of penalties that were very disappointing. We lined up, not on the line one time. I think Renfro wasn't quite up, or Artavis thought he was on, and the ref said he wasn't up, and then we moved one time. I was a little disappointed in that, but as far as just doing their job and running the right routes and throwing and catching, making a lot of big plays. Offensive line-wise, I thought Crowder played very well. Falcinelli came in. Frew got a little banged up at one time. Pollard came in there, young freshman, got some experience. I think we played about 9 offensive linemen. Good to see Austin Bryant. I thought Austin and Christian Wilkins and Cleveland, our defensive ends, played very well. We had one of those long runs. We just didn't quite set I think it was Christian. Got a little thick in there and a little heavy and didn't quite set the edge on the counter play like we needed to. But they played with great effort, toughness all night. I thought Jadar played well up until he got hurt. And then, Dexter was disruptive inside. I thought, he is a load, and he made his presence known on both Ben and Kendall. So we had a lot of good performances by a lot of guys, but again, a lot that we can improve on as we move forward. Dion had 2 of the biggest plays of the night, 2 huge plays. And Renfro had a couple big plays as well. So they were just, a lot of good contributions by a lot of guys, and excited about it.
And when Syracuse